Hello folks, this is Fuzzfinger, welcome back to Ni No Kuni, where today we are going to be hopefully purifying the third of the three kingdoms of there being zombie apocalypses. So, or at least that's what I'm calling it. It's actually a mana attack from presumably the White Witch. So this is also your final chance if you want to fill out your creature compendium. Just to point this out, with the wretch type creature, which are, where are we? Let's have a look at these here. There's 10 in total, from number 387 even, down to 396. All of these are wretches which can be fought in the cities while the mana attack is taking place. So make sure you fight them if you want to fill out the creature compendium there. We're going to have to engage these in combat because they're blocking the way, and they're no more challenging than the ones in the previous cities, in all honesty. Plus we've got some pretty awesome abilities now if you want to just take them all out with you know, AoE abilities or whatnot, then by all means do so. But other than that, it's pretty much the same sort of routine that we've been doing previously. I'm sure we can handle it. There will, of course, at least I expect there to be, I say of course, there should hopefully be a little waystone marker thingy at the end where the palace is. In fact, I didn't check if the teleporter was at the start, but I'm kind of guessing it wasn't, seeing as how we're meant to be running through all these cities. A zombie there with pink hair, or purple hair. I don't think we can avoid these, can we? Nope, we certainly cannot. We're entering combat today. Master Mechanic, Hardware Hawker, and Porco Patcher. Should we test Oliver's new Thunderstorm spell out, because I haven't actually tried it properly yet. Let's see what sort of inverness we get out of it. It's pretty good, pretty good. Now Mark Hazen, of course, can also cast the Thunderstorm spell if you're using him in your party. I haven't actually really tried him out yet, to be honest. I think, to be fair, I'm actually quite happy with how the party's set up, with Swain, Oliver and Esther and all the familiars they've got. But I guess we will use Mark Hazen, but we're going to have to get him some decent familiars, because all the familiars we've got so far are to match the genus for Oliver and whatnot. You're not getting us today, sweetheart. We're off to the palace, because we're gonna have a boss to kill. And look, right on schedule. Although I think we should kill these fellows first, shouldn't we, because we're not going to be avoiding them. And at least then we can use the waystone, heal up, and go and do the business. What have we got here? We've got Ray of Light. So I was just looking at what AoE abilities we might have had on the cat, but we haven't got any. Golden Glim, but we don't really need that.
Better luck next time!
Scully's got like a light coming out of his eye. I've never noticed that before. I've no idea what it is actually. Thank you very much. No, we don't want to save. We just want to get full hit points. We're going to have to run all the way to the palace, aren't we? It's annoying. I keep hearing something. Whoa, we've still got monsters. Still got monsters even though we've healed up now.
Here we go!
I think they've all got random names as well, haven't they? Pessimistic Porker, what's that about? Lazy Swine. It's because they're all pigs, isn't it? I'm guessing that's something to do with the fact that Hamlin and everyone wore pig masks, didn't they? Ah, Percy's really helping us out now. He's quite a potent little familiar, I have to say, now that he's levelled up a bit. We're getting quite a few cappuccinos for killing these wretches, which is nice because they're quite expensive to purchase, in all honesty. And make sure you save one as well, because you're going to need one for an errand in a moment. Once we've cleansed Hamelin, we're going to do a couple of errands.
Look, there it is!
So we're back here again.
Stop your whinging, man. I mean, it could be worse.
Huh? Oh!
Nickers!
That tank! That's the very latest weapon in Hamlin's arsenal. You're telling me machines are turning into monsters now? I cannot say. Whoa!
It's just a machine. Let's show it what for.
So this is the Porco Loco, and it's actually weak to storm type attacks, so I meant to say you might want to equip your familiars with storm based weapons if they have them. I'm going to try with Thunderstorm, but in all honesty, Thunderstorm might be wasted against a single target, so we'll see how much damage it does. 246, yeah, it's not really made for that, I don't think. Should we try the Unleash spell? Right down the bottom here. And it's the Bolt from the Blue, but again, it is a AoE ability. So I'm not too sure how much damage we're going to do here. Yeah, a little bit more damage than the Thunderstorm spell. I mean, we could sausage roll. I guess we can defend against it. Oh, it only hit Oliver. Oh no, it didn't hit the others as well. Get a golden glim for our trouble? No, apparently not. Okay, we'll switch over to Percy. Start dishing out some... Whoa, his damage sucks. Let's try Biggs. Yeah, his damage sucks as well. Should we try Gemma? She's a little bit low level at the minute, unfortunately. And she's got bugger all in the way of... Don't know why I went all out defense then. Damage. So let's go to Esther. And Go, because he should have some storm abilities. Crosswind. Let's see what this does. Again, it's a AoE damage. And it got interrupted as well, which isn't good. I think. Did it get interrupted? We're going to cast it again in a moment and we'll find out. As you might have guessed, he will generate his health back up again once we've killed him. So that's something to just bear in mind. Belly Buster's a pretty decent spell. We are going to need to just... He's weak to like loads of physical attacks. We are going to need to heal up, I think. So if we go to Provisions, and we could cast Pixie Dew, or Sprite Dew. Yeah, we'll do Sprite Dew. Get some decent health back. I'm not going to be defending on her now, she's been attacked already. Like I said, I want to save at least one cappuccino, but we've got quite a few, so I'm not in any rush to store any of the ones we have got. Let's go to Oliver. I think laying out the magic is probably the best course of action. And we'll try Mornstar. Oh no, it's not a storm spell, but it still does more damage than the Thunderstorm spell we just used on him. But Mornstar is of course aimed at a single target. And we'll finish on Percy. Ah, got a good evade then. Right, we'll go to Oliver. No, don't you get that. And finish him off with Burning Heart. Because we love Burning Heart. Even though it's a fire spell, it does quite a lot of damage. It even does more damage than the Even Star and Mornstar. So I'd definitely like to use it when it pops up. Look at that, 760. We like it a lot. Right, so he's back with full health. And he... should we try casting Burn and see if that does anything on him? It did help on the last boss, didn't it? No, it missed. Okay, we won't be doing that again. Pork Scrappings, I think we should be defending against that. Okay, we'll defend against it and defend with Oliver. It's the one big attack we do need to defend against. Do we get any lums? Nothing golden. That's a shame. Go on then, you lot collect all the green and blue ones. And we'll start spamming Mornstar, I think, with a bit of all-out attack going. Come on, Ollie boy. Oh, he didn't like that. Look, he's after us. He's after us. Time to move. Big shot. Yeah, we'll let him hit us with that. I want to save all our defence. Corpse scrappings. Defend, defend, defend. Oh dear. Couldn't get all our defence out. Ah, there is a golden lum. Do not get that, Timmy. Do not want you to have that. We want it. Burning heart, and then we'll grab some blue lums if there's any left, once we've cast this. Sometimes they do tend to disappear, I've noticed. Oh yeah. 800 points of damage, not too bad at all. And he's actually almost dead, it's got to be said. This should do the trick, I think. Yeah, it certainly has. Not too challenging, I don't think. Definitely manageable, although we are over level 70 plus now, so still a little over leveled. But I'd rather be over leveled than under leveled, in all honesty. 4,600 experience, that'll do. A gyro grappler as well, which I think is useful in alchemy. Rockabye baby for Gemma, which makes all the enemies take 40 winks. Nah, we won't use that. I suppose I could replace Poison Pinch with it, to be honest, but that's cool, that's cool.
P, it's time for your magic.
Right. Sanctify!
So everyone's back to normal now in Hamelin. We've thwarted the White Witch's mana plan, with the help of Little P, of course. I mean, Marquesing didn't actually do that much. It always makes me wonder why in RPGs how they explain lore-wise that you can only have so many people in your party at any one time. Yep, let's find out what the next course of action is, because I've got a feeling it's going to involve P to some respect. We have secured the 3 kingdoms from the scourge of the manor. Yes, Marquesing thanks us, to which we say he is welcome. Well, P helped a little. I mean, we did take care of the big monsters, didn't we? She sort of stepped in at the end and did some little white magic-y thing to cure the place. Yeah, so we're bound to find out a little bit more about P here, since we've had 2 cutscenes involving her already after rescuing the other 2 kingdoms.
How could this happen? Every man, woman, and child in my kingdom. How? Why did this happen? Mana was meant to help them. Not this. Tell me why.
My name is Cassiopeia. I am Queen of Nazcar. When I was a child, I was known as P. I lived together with my father, and did not want for anything Then, when my beloved father passed away, I ascended the throne, little knowing what horrors awaited me. Ignorant of the affairs of state, I allowed the Council of 12 to control everything. But the Council paid not the slightest heed to the well-being of my subjects. I had always thought of Nazcar as a peaceful realm, but now I saw that it was blighted by greed and torn apart by conflict. The scales had fallen from my eyes. I felt the desperation of those ground down by poverty. I felt the pain of those fighting for survival. And I saw how I had lived a gilded life of luxury, a life they could never hope to enjoy. I decided that I must change. I would work for the good of others and do all I could to eliminate conflict. That is how I arrived at my decision. That is what drew me to the spell that would save the world. Mana. When I came to use that spell, not a doubt clouded my mind. I was certain that the mana would purify the hearts of my people. But then, my dream of peace turned into a nightmare. All those whom the mana touched became beasts and turned upon each other. For years, the nightmare went on. The years stretched to decades. And still it continued. Then one day, I realized there was no one left. The council was gone. The guards were gone. My ladies in waiting, too. They were all gone. The mana I had unleashed had claimed the lives of every one of them. I am completely and utterly alone. But death is a privilege I shall never know. And who can say what this endless solitude may make of me? That is why I have decided to fill these flowers with my memories. If you have found this flower, I pray that you will find your way to me. That is my only wish. Until then, I shall be waiting, always waiting, alone in Nazcar.
Interesting little revelation there. So Queen Cassiopeia, if that's how you pronounce another weird name in Ni No Kuni, who is P as an adult, created mana in order to help the people, but it turned out turning them into zombies, as we've seen. And this seems to be our next destination now, the Kingdom of Nazcar. But the question is, where is it? And we got the Flower of Hope. Well, the Kingdom of Nazcar is hopefully going to be revealed to us by P here. Okay, well, the Kingdom of Nazcar is basically the island that's to the west of the Summerlands. You can see the little objective star now on the map. And we're going to leave the Iron Werven. We are going to teleport, if we can just land, to Hamelin, because there's a couple of errands we need to do before we partake in the next story objective. I do like to do errands as and when they pop up, so that we have a nice, clean, empty log. We're going to travel first of all to Hamelin. There's two to do. Neither particularly challenging, but do involve a little bit of travel. But with all these new travel spells and that we've collected over the course of the game, we should be able to handle that just about, I would think. And we're going to have an errand first of all with the, with Taj. You might remember Taj. He gave us an errand earlier to collect some ingredients for him to make a nice spicy curry. And in fact, I think we still have that in our inventory. But he's going to have another errand for us now. So we're going to head over to him first and find out exactly what it is he's going to want us to do. He's just over here by the milk fountain. His stall hasn't moved. Now that he's no longer a zombie, I think he's happy to be serving curry again. His tikka mahala has proved so popular that he can't keep up with orders. But he's struggling to make deliveries. So we're going to have to help him deliver a few curries. And the first one is right at the entrance to Hamelin, so we're going to teleport there to begin with. Since I know we're already in Hamelin, but it's a little bit closer just to run from the entrance, I'd say, than running back from the curry stand. Although with all these loading screens, maybe it would have been about the same amount of time anyway. Oh well, what's done is done. Yeah, eating curry every day is not the smartest decision to make, trust me, I can tell you that from experience. Right, now that isn't the end of the errand. We're going to have to go back and make another couple of deliveries. But you pretty much get the gist now of what is involved in this errand, I would think. And although it's a little bit annoying having to run all over the place, you do get a lot of merit stamps for completing this task. So we'll go and speak to Taj once again, see who he wants us to visit next. Castaway Cove. So we had another bowl of his chicken tikka, and Castaway Cove is the destination. There's only one more after this one, so it's not like a massive errand or anything like that. And we're looking for another light blue dot, which is just down by the pillar. The pier. Don't know why I said pillar then. I think I've still got Final Fantasy VII in my mind. Yeah, this fella looks like he could do with a curry, doesn't he? And back once again to Hamelin, almost Cassiopeia. They would have sent us off to Motorville. Not a place we want to go to just yet. By the way, the gyro grappler that we just collected off the Porco Loco boss, if you combine it with 2 drill screws and a blowpipe, you'll get a pretty good handgun for Swain. Now, this is going to be the final time for this errand. We're going to have to make a move to somewhere else. We're going to have one more curry to deliver now to Hamlin. Then we can hand this quest in, get our reward, and do one more errand, which is going to be a lot easier than this one in the sense there's not a lot of travel to do, so long as you've got the stuff for it. Make sure you've got a familiar with the Rise and Shine spell in your party. If you don't have a familiar with that, you can give them a gem that will teach them Rise and Shine. That is pretty much how you want to prepare for it anyway. So I thought I'd tell you that now, rather than when we get to the errand. Here we are back in the wonderful industrial work of Hamlin. And let's see how far we're going to have to run for this one. Not too far, just outside Swift Solutions. I think we can just about handle that, can't we? It reminds me a little bit of Midgar, this place. I mean, it's like a big building, whereas Midgar's got a plate over its head. But it still reminds me kind of like Midgar. Like that enclosed type of industrial city. Oh, this guy moves. There he is. Ah, this is actually the second errand that we're doing. And I'll tell you what, we'll do it while we're here. You need a Sleep Be Gone, which you should have in your bags already. If not, you can buy it from pretty much any shop. So we'll give him that. And once that fails, you'll need to give him a cappuccino, which I did tell you to make sure you have one. And once that doesn't work, you'll need to have a familiar with the Rise and Shine spell in your party, as I just mentioned. And that'll be the end of the errand. You'll get a Dragon Lance and 3,000 guilders for your trouble. Like I said, an easy one to do that. So long as you have the stuff, which you should have, really. Now, let's just very quickly see who can use the Dragon Lance. Who's using lances nowadays? Ah, Go-Go, but he's already got a Dragon Lance. So maybe the girlfriend? Yep. Yeah, big boost to the girlfriend, and she's in the final form now as well. Right, so okay, we need to go to the black market. I'm not going to bother porting out. Probably going to be about the same amount of distance to run. So it's the black market for the final curry delivery, and there is no time limit on it, despite the fact that the guy was telling us to hurry up. The game doesn't really care how long you actually take. But at least we managed to do that other errand while we were in Hamelin at the same time as well. So a good chance to get everything done there. In we go. And once we've done this errand, that is all the errands done then for the time being. We can crack on with more story then in the next episode. So we'll just go and hand that errand in now, which means, yeah, we have got to kind of run all the way back, which is annoying. Bum, 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 bum. The music's starting to get in my head a bit now for this game. It's actually pretty awesome, the soundtrack. Sort of like reminiscent of some of the older Final Fantasy games. Although in saying that, this game is generally reminiscent of the older Japanese RPGs. It is a very traditional RPG, but it is done very well, so it doesn't feel stale. It is an awesome game, I've got to say, Ni No Kuni. Yeah, okay, I apologise. There is actually one more to do. My mistake, there's actually two more we need to do. So we're going to go, first of all, to Tombstone Trail, because the very next one is actually in a casino. Now the guy did say, I wasn't actually reading, the quest giver did say it was the guy that was all bones. So that would kind of make sense really that we need to come here. We haven't actually been to the casino apart from when we first tested it out, so I do want to perhaps do an episode where we go there and try out all the games and see how many points we can win. Or maybe that would just be pretty pointless actually, seeing as how it's, you know, we've seen it once. So you can just sort of do that at your own leisure. I don't know, maybe we'll come back. Either way, we're here now, and that's all that matters. I'm so happy to be back. And look, right up here move out the way. We have somebody who desperately needs a curry. And now we have one more destination, which is almost certainly the trickiest of the lot. So I head back to Hamelin, do our customary run back to the errand giver, who's right at the back of the city. He couldn't be in a more annoying place, could he? But you think if he's doing a delivery service, he would actually have employed somebody who will do deliveries for him. I mean, that's what I'd think of anyway if I was going to run a delivery service. Best to employ a courier, unless he's trying to poach Oliver, but Oliver is here to save the world, so I hope he understands this is only a temporary job for us. Yes, yes. So this is definitely the last, and it's for one who dwells in a lost village, hidden deep in a forest beyond Ding Dong Dell. So we're going to travel to Ding Dong Dell, obviously. That's where the forest is going to be located, he said, so it wouldn't make sense to go anywhere else at this point. We'll call our trusty sidekick Tengri, and it's over here to the west. I just want to make sure we get the right place. It's down here, I think. The secret forest glade. Possibly this one. Yep, this looks good. This looks very good, in fact. And I don't think we've been here before because there's a red chest that hasn't been opened with slumber knot leaves in it. And another curry delivery all done. Right, how do we get that green chest? When I see a green chest, I like to take it. It could be anywhere. I knew there'd be a green chest here, I just knew it. We'll come back to that once I've figured out where we have to go. I don't want to bore you all silly, but I'll look for the location. For now, we're going to head back to Hamelin in order to tell the guy that we've delivered 4 curries for him, and now he's going to owe us some money, some payments. And at the very least, some merit stamps as well for our trouble. Because I think I want to buy some more merit upgrades. Merit rewards. And we're getting quite a few merit stamps now for each errand that we complete, which is fairly awesome. What is that person doing then? Yeah, you better run. Did you see that? It looked like he was taking a dump in the middle of the street. Right. Hello. $20 bowls of tikka mahala. Wow, 8 merit stamps. Should we see what tikka mahala does exactly? We've already got 2. Restores 150 hit points. It's not spectacular because, you know, I'd like that to have been restored 150 hit points to everybody in the party. Then I think I would have been really excited about the fact that we've got 20 of them. But as it stands, it'll do, I guess. Okay, so we'll finish off here today because we're going to go and explore P's hometown. In the next episode, we're going to crack on with some more story for Ni No Kuni. So please join me for that. Subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep sharing these videos with your friends if you want to support me in the channel. I love you all for a long time if you do so. Thank you very much for joining me, folks. I've been your host, Fuzzfinger, once again, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.